Good evening. My name is Mark Allen. I'm a candidate for West Bend District 2 Alderman. I'd like to thank the common sense citizens of Washington County for hosting this valuable forum. I started, after high school, I started my professional career in the United States Coast Guard, where I spent 12 and a half years. I was enlisted, Chief Petty Officer, Commissioned Warrant Officer, and a Commissioned Officer during that time. I left the service. I moved into the private sector, where I've had half a dozen jobs, typically 3 to 20 years. I've been living in West Bend since 1998, so just over 20 years. One of the things that I learned during my time in the Coast Guard was the importance of both following, leading, and being part of a team. I think I'll bring that to the position if I'm elected. My priorities as far as being alderman are public safety, maintenance, and training. Public safety, it's important to have excellence in your police and fire departments because they keep us and people within the community safe. It's important to do maintenance. And for instance, by maintenance, I mean focusing on infrastructure. Potholes. I'm sure everybody has their favorite potholes. They probably have 5 or 6 they've named. I certainly do. I try to avoid them, but we need to get in and come up with some kind of a program for this. And if I'm elected, I propose to have some easy, streamlined method for community members to report potholes, either on a website or by calling a hotline number. I also propose that we stop doing new construction, neatening up roads that don't have, an actual physical safety issue until we get 90% of our potholes filled. Third thing is to look at public-private partnerships, such as Domino's paving for pizza. Here's a company that says, hey, we'll come in and fix your potholes for you, and after we're done, we'll put an ad that'll eventually wear off. And I personally would drive on roads that were nothing but Domino's logos if they didn't have potholes. Okay, but I think there's things to be garnered in that area. Throughout my entire professional life, I have worked in engineering, various disciplines, electrical when I was in the Coast Guard, computer and systems engineering since I've left the Coast Guard. During parts of times when I was in the Coast Guard, I also worked in naval engineering, which is similar to mechanical engineering, except it applies to boats. Civil engineering, which is paving, bridges, tunnels. 1 minute. I have learned how to solve problems and how to approach that in a rational manner. I think government is a problem that needs to be solved. And government is how we get things done. I'm a big believer in government. I'm not a big believer in taxes, but I'm a big believer in taking whatever tax resources we can have and making use of them effectively. I'll be hanging around after tonight, so if anybody would like to ask some questions, I'd be more than happy to address them. Just a quick show of hands, other than Mike and I, is anybody else in the 2nd District? Good. Thank you for coming. Thank you.